There you go.
They turn the freaking frogs gay.
I am John, the porcelain god, and you're listening to PM Talk with Marc Bob.
Let us pray. Our Father, who broadcasts in New York, hallowed be thy name. The King of all media, Baba Booey be done on earth and across the airwaves. Give us a hey now and Robin's News. And forgive us for our bad phone connection and boring calls, as we just want to be part of the show. And lead us into the future and deliver us from the FCC. For Howard is the king, with the power and the ratings, now and forever. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Podcasts are bullshit.
Oh, boy.
There is my bee carob. There is my bee carob. Look at my bee carob.
Hey now!
What's up, shitheads?
I wonder how loud that sounds.
I bet that sounds pretty loud. Bee carob is just chilling in the background as usual.
Oh, yes. I was going to turn us down a little
I
bit.
was singing a song to my bee carob.
Oh, yeah. Hey now. 45.
45.
I'm not talking about vinyl. I'm talking about... what am I talking about? Episodes.
I don't sound really good. I sound kind of muffled, I feel.
You sound muffled?
I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm trying to mix this, but
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure how it's going to sound. Because it seems like we're peaking.
We are seriously peaking.
So, if there's any audio issues while you're listening to this show, we apologize ahead of time, but we're having issues with our fucking board again. Like, okay, this is all the way down. The music is all the way down.
Oh, it is.
It should have faded out a long time ago.
Okay, well, I just did it.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't either.
How's that looking?
Okay.
Okay. So, I guess I could leave the sound effects down.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense.
You know, our heads are just above the phone line because I got a bad angle. There's more of the room than any of that. So I'm gonna try and adjust the camera now, live while we do this.
Okay. Adjusting. He's adjusting the camera. Oh, there we go. P. Cariff is still in the back.
Okay. Wow. There it is.
Yeah.
That looks a little better.
There we go. Oh,
so
my
now
God.
now we're not all covered by the number, by the phone number, which, if you can't read it, is 315-293-2999. Give us a call anytime. Leave us a message because we're not live for you to call in, but soon,
right?
We will be.
Well, let's hope.
Or we're working on it.
Because this fucking mixer is just pissing. Everything is just pissing me off.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't remember what I even wanted to talk about because we've been fucking with this thing. We just got to figure out a better way to get everything into the computer. That's all.
Well, let me see. We were talking about... Oh, fuck. What weren't we talking about earlier?
Well, we were talking about my ex.
Yes.
And
because we've been the past 3 shows we've been talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Her dumbass.
I know, and I don't want to fucking keep harping on
Okay.
it. I don't want to sound like I'm fucking harping on it, but it just fucking pisses me off.
And I get it. It's going to piss you off. Well, that's why they're exes. They piss you off.
I know. I
That's
guess so.
like their job.
I guess so. But it just fucking
That's why I don't
pisses
understand
me
how
off.
anybody can be friends with their ex.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like our buddy Chris, he says that you know, he can still be friends
Right,
with
I can't do
his
it.
exes and
I
stuff.
can do it eventually, like after a while, but like right after the breakup, this and that.
Right.
No.
And I mean, it's been some time, but
Again, Bill, we went over this. It has been some time,
But I've
she
still been
came back.
talking to her.
But she came back in and tried playing you.
yeah, I guess.
Whether she admits it or not, or anybody else wants to admit it, that is a fact, and that is what happened. She came back in your life after she threw you out of it, and you moved out of her mother's house. You didn't hear from her for a while.
Right.
Then it was, okay, we're going to try and be friends. And then she just fucking played you.
Right, you're right.
And now she's all pissed off because you don't like who she's fucking around with, a married guy who
Right.
can't hear.
Right.
A deaf fucking married guy who is a cheap carbon copy, low budget version of you.
Yes, I don't get it.
If you ate Connecticut.
If I ate the state of Connecticut.
Right.
Hopefully there's weed in that when I eat it. So I'll get high.
I'm sure there is.
Nice.
But that's what it is. It's ridiculous.
I know.
What
I know,
else?
but I guess the only way that you could go out with somebody is if they're deaf. Because they have to listen. They have to
Oh my
listen
God.
to this.
Just keep answering me back.
I know.
Just please keep answering me fucking back.
And you know, we still don't have any new clips. Like the ape banging on the fucking
The ape on the thing, I know.
the cabinets. That's my favorite.
I know. Well, you could do an impression of her. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Of who? Of
Of her mother.
oh, well, yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even care anymore.
But we were talking about that. We were talking about
See?
stupidity of women.
Yeah.
Like it was like a bunch of the past shows where we've already talked about like the stupidity of women, the ridiculousness of dating sites.
Yes. I think Match.com is a scam.
They're all scams.
Yeah. I think they just want people's money.
What else? The dumb president, you had said.
Yep. Our dumb president.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what?
What?
We have to say, because nobody on YouTube right now can hear any of this.
Shut up, bitch!
Because
Oh, that's right.
he's gotten banned.
Shut up! Sit down and shut up!
From everywhere. All sources. So I don't know what I haven't researched. I don't know exactly what he did or said. Probably what he said.
Yeah.
Go home and kill yourself!
There's just one example.
You can't say that.
Well, see, I think what they're trying to do is they're saying he's promoting like hate speech, and it's not a First Amendment thing. It's a platform thing.
But he's been doing it for how long?
I know, but
Like I thought he was a conspiracy theorist.
he is like a conspiracy.
Alex
theorist.
Jones, we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how is he hate speech
You can go to hell!
anymore? Like I bet you if I go to YouTube, I could find a KKK channel
I don't
where
know
they're
if you-
actually promoting hate speech.
No, you know what? I don't know if you can anymore. I think they've taken all
Really?
that shit down. Yeah, they've changed their entire shit, and they don't want that kind of shit on their platform because it's pissing off the advertisers.
So how long do you think before
We get
before we get First of all, we got to get recognized.
Yes, we have to be recognized, but if YouTube doesn't like people making fun of deaf, fat people or cripples or anything,
Well, once they get on the body shaming thing, I think we're gonna be thrown off of YouTube.
right. Well, Alex Jones got thrown off of iTunes, Spotify, any fucking place you could listen to
Right.
his podcast.
Well, the few things I've heard where he talks about the craziest shit, like the Hillary Clinton, some fucking weird alien, and she drinks blood of babies.
Sit down and
and
shut up!
all this weird stuff. Like, I guess enough is enough.
I mean, they are turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, turning frogs, but he's got a following. He's got how many million people
Right.
Shut up, bitch!
Of those idiots.
listening to him?
Right. Now you found out about it because you listened to Howard,
Right, and they were
and
talking about
Did
it.
they play any clips while you were listening?
No, because it was mostly this guy called in and brought the subject up, and then Howard tried explaining to him why they're throwing him off the air, why it's
like what I said. It's
Like-
not a free speech thing.
right,
It's a
and that's what Howard said. He
platform.
goes, there is
It's a
no such thing
platform.
as free speech.
Right.
He goes, because, once you cross that line or whatever, and you're working for a company, they have guidelines. You gotta learn how to play within their guidelines. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
you're gonna, because once you offend somebody, then it turns into lawyers and lawsuits and money, and the company's got to decide whether or not they want to spend the money on you, and evidently they don't with Alex Jones. So you can't hear him anywhere. Unless
his website. And
Okay.
I'm not even going to say what it is because I think he's a moron.
Okay, so it's going to come down to websites then.
Right. It's going to come down to you have to go to this.com, and that's where you're going to be able to get his shit. You're going to have to
Right.
subscribe to it and, do whatever it is that they do.
And unless you're a fan,
Right.
how do like he's already got like a fan base built up.
Right. And he probably has a mailing list of 1 million plus people.
Right, so people will go, they'll be able to hear him. But I mean, someone
Right.
like us, we're just starting out. We don't have a fan base. So if we ever did get thrown off of YouTube, and we had to brought from the website,
Right.
we'd
we'd
be-
kind of be fucked.
yeah,
Because I mean, even when you look at the where you're placed,
right,
like iTunes and things like that, if you got pulled off of YouTube and then they decide to pull you off of iTunes, iTunes is the number one place for podcasts.
right.
So,
And that's what Howard was pretty much saying. Like there might be all these places, but still, if you offend somebody, you become a liability.
right, like if we
You're listening to two guys that are too fat and lazy to go shoot up YouTube. Right. It's BM Talk with Marc and Bob.
right, right. So, if YouTube was like, we don't like that, they could just be like, fuck you.
Exactly.
And
All somebody's got to do is complain. Then they go listen and then we got to get rid of this because we don't want to. And then they just, to satisfy that person, say we got rid of the programming.
right,
We banned it from
exactly
from here, and then they don't have to go to court. They don't have to spend money on lawyers or anything like that.
Yeah, they can just fucking ban them because you're on their platform.
Right. And they're like Howard said, there's no such thing as free speech because
No, somebody always has something over you unless you own it.
right, exactly.
If you own it, you can say whatever the
Exactly.
fuck you
Like you
want.
said, he could now the only place is his website.
Right, and on his website, he can say whatever the fuck he
So
wants.
he can record his shows,
Right.
Ooh,
Post them on his
put
website.
them up, and yeah.
Right.
Or you can even broadcast live, right, on your website, so you can take phone calls
Yeah,
or whatever.
I think you can. I think there's
All right,
gotta
well,
be a way to do
everything
that
can be
shit.
done through a website.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna end up having some kind of platform.
He's not going to just go away.
He's not gonna go away.
Now, what about like internet radio?
Don't know.
Could he do something like
I'm
that? Is
sure
that
he could.
I know it's not regulated.
No, it's not.
Except maybe by what you
it's
go
just
through.
regulated by who you would go through. So if there was a place that wanted to make money, like when Sirius got Howard,
Right.
You would then promote that you have him on your thing. But places are afraid to be associated.
Right. I don't think anybody's going to pick him
Right.
just for that reason. Like,
Right.
okay, do we want to risk the liability of now?
Right? Could you imagine if Alex went to Sirius?
Never happened.
Wouldn't that be hysterical? And then you have like Baba Booey and everybody.
Oh, they
fucking
would.
with
Oh
him.
my God, they
Oh
would.
my
fucking,
God,
they
he would be so fucked.
I hope they fuck with him anyway.
Right.
At some point.
I do too. I wish fucking Sal and Richard would call his line or whatever.
Like, Howard's
wonder
not
if
going
they
to do
have-
it because the guy he's getting thrown out of every place.
Right.
But have him on to explain himself. But I think he's such a lunatic that his explanation wouldn't make any sense.
Oh my God. But they would have clips for days.
Oh, yes.
Could you imagine that? And you know, on another topic, I've been watching Netflix.
Okay.
And I've been watching Marc Maron's show.
Ooh, I don't know why I'm
finished
yawning.
it. I don't even know if it's done. Like, I finished it. I don't know if they still make new episodes. But I finished what they have on Netflix. But I'm watching
How many seasons?
Don't know, maybe 4?
I think that's all they did on television.
Okay. But, like, and then it ended, but it seems like there could be more to it, I guess.
Well, Netflix has been doing that lately, where something cancels, they'll pick it up
They
and then
get
start
it.
it up again.
Yep. And then, like, I was watching it, and I'm seeing, because, like, I'll listen to his podcast and shit, but not faithfully. Like, there isn't really, like, a podcast I listen to faithfully. I listen to Rappaport and stuff like that, but I don't listen to it, like, on a daily basis or whatever.
Right, no, I
don't
hear you.
do what we want people to do for us. But
I'm sure not everybody, like, Rappaport's is sometimes an hour, 2 hours long, so
Right.
I don't think anybody's listened to all. They might listen to parts of it here, parts of it there.
Right.
Or they'll fast forward to something.
Yeah,
I don't think
like
they're
a guest or something.
Right.
But I see how Maron does his podcast and shit, like, out of his garage and shit like that. I know he's got a new place now, like, it's not the same place, but it really is kind of what we are doing.
Maybe that's our problem. We don't have a garage to do our podcast.
Maybe we need
out
to
of.
do the podcast in the garage, but and I think maybe it helps with Maron because he's got famous guests.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that always helps.
if you have famous people that go on your podcast, then it's good. You know, you'll be able to get people.
Well, I'm hoping maybe I can weasel my way into this Comic-Con thing that Chris is going to in November.
right? Maybe you could get some drops.
And that's what I'm looking for. Maybe getting some, like Danny Trejo says, "Hey, I'm Danny Trejo, and you're listening to BM Talk with Marc and Bob," or something to put on the
Right.
website
Right.
as well. And then even when we do the videos, like we can even put something like that up, like after the prayer.
Yeah, but
You put it like,
you
hey,
gotta
like-
videotape it.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No, that's what I would videotape because
you
we could
video
always
it.
we could always
We
pull
can
the
always
audio
pull
after.
the audio right out of it. Yeah,
And then so you're watching the show. So after the prayer, it's like, "Hey, this is Danny Trejo, and you're listening to BM Talk with Marc and Bob."
right.
Or if he wants to say something, ad lib something,
Exactly. That's what would be fun about that.
And what's the other one?
I mean, you could even do like a little interview with them while you're there.
Right.
And even video record. I mean, Chris, fucking hold your phone and video record it, even like right there.
Right.
And you could have like a little interview. It doesn't matter if I'm not there.
Right.
Right.
Well, I'd like to get his information and see if he'd do the show.
Oh, that would be odd. Danny Trejo's the man.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what I found out about Danny Trejo?
Huh.
Do you know why he plays the villain?
No.
Because they're bad, and that's not how you should live your life.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that something? Danny Trejo's the fucking man.
I think he would call in and
Bullshit.
do the show.
Yeah.
See, like I was thinking too, like the ideas we have about going live and taking phone calls live and going and doing all this.
Right.
Like, let's say we're going to go live every Friday. Like, this is one of the ideas I was thinking of. We go
Yeah.
live every Friday at about 7 o'clock.
Okay.
7, 8 o'clock. We go Facebook Live
Right.
and do this whole thing.
Right.
So then while we're doing the show, we can check, okay, hey, so-and-so
yeah.
says hi, or so-and-so says, what about this? And then he's in the conversation. Or we got your phone hooked up so the phone line's out there, somebody calls in. Or we can even do, hey, Danny Trejo, we do it every Friday. Can you call into the show? Here's our number.
Right.
Call in, and then we can have people on the Facebook Live thing asking questions as we're
ask
talking to them.
questions, exactly.
So maybe
and be
we-
like it's a Q&A time.
Right.
Ask your questions.
And then maybe we do like an hour with
Right.
just Dan, like, hey, special
Right, but see,
show.
that's where it comes into. We need to have some type of audio equipment that's going to allow us to do
That's
that.
going to work properly.
We have problems right now.
I don't
with
know what-
this, and I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Should I take it in and tell the guy what?
I have no idea.
You sure it's not the? Look how high. You sure it's not the computer?
I don't think so. Unless you bring it to Tom, Unless maybe it needs more power. I don't fucking know. But in other news. My beard is coming in. My beard is coming in so good right now.
It is very thick
and luscious.
And luscious.
It is. My beard is the equivalent of Mark's hair.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll
Mark's hair.
I'll do a.
Mark's hair is fucking luscious. He looks like a wrestler right now.
I will do it like this.
Yes.
There we go. See?
Yeah, look at that.
Little Roman Reigns if he got a little haircut.
Yes.
But I'm growing. I'm working on it.
Froman.
Fat
Roman.
That's right. See,
oh, my God.
See how beautiful I look?
Yes. Look at you.
It's a wonder I'm single.
Every woman should want this.
Absolutely.
Really.
All of them.
And then, speaking of women and shit like that, how about that other bitch that I was talking to that came from like 10 years, more than 10 years ago, 15 years ago or whatever. And back in the day, I felt like she used me.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, we'll see how this goes.
She came back and did it again.
She did the same fucking thing. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You can't fool me a third time.
What do they say about spots on a leopard?
I don't know.
You can't change the spots on a leopard?
You can't change the spots on a leopard. Yeah, I guess so.
So there you go.
I guess so. And it's like now she's got a kid, so it's like I felt bad.
Well, that's not your problem. It's not your kid.
And then, like, I don't fucking know.
See, that's
she
like the
fucking I'm a fucking chump, man. I don't get it.
No,
I don't get it.
All right, that's what we got to have. We got to get Chris back in here.
I know we
to
do.
Talk to because he was concerned about a few things with his relationship or lack thereof or whatever. I don't know if I'm saying anything I shouldn't be saying.
I don't
but
know.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I wasn't told
You're not
not
going
to.
into detail.
Right. I'm trying to keep it very vague.
Right.
And just some of his concern, that's why I want to get him on to just find out where his head is at sometimes and why he's because you're concerned about that and he's somewhat got the same concern. It's very hard to talk about this vaguely.
Right.
But we got to get him on and do a little picking of his brain thing. Nothing like we're going to make. I mean, we'll have fun with it, but we're not going to make fun of it. But I just want to pick his brain to see, because he is a little different when it comes to things like this.
Yeah, when it comes to women and stuff, it's so different. Like I can't be friends like that with people.
Yeah, I can't be friends with any of my exes. I get if it's a mutual thing and you're both like, hey, you know what? Yeah, this really ain't. I could probably be friends right away.
Right.
And just be like, yeah, if it's a mutual, yeah, you're right. This okay. Well, but the way women leave,
I know.
They don't realize, they pull your fucking heart out, stomp on it, and then expect 24 hours. Nothing happened.
And you know what?
We're friends now.
Honestly, our two are kind of alike because you said that yours used to give you some type of she used to get pissed about shit and threaten you or shit. Oh yeah, whatever. That's what mine used to do. And used to threaten me, oh, I can't do this, blah, 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 whatever. I want you to change. I haven't worn my engagement ring for 2 months, blah, blah, blah. If you want me to put it back on, you have to change and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck? I got this fucking monster that lives downstairs that's yelling all the time.
Right.
Then I have your dad that sits on the couch all day, and then you want to come upstairs in your room with your dad directly under us and try and fuck. No. And then you got to hear that.
See, I would have no problem fucking her.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
Dad upstairs, down in the
it's
other
horrible
room.
Because her father looks just like her. So she looks just like her fucking father.
So your whole problem was she didn't want to leave the house.
Right. She didn't really want to, go make
stuck.
a life.
Yeah, see,
and fucking, she totally stuck in
like I said in the previous show. That's not a responsible fucking adult. Get the fuck out of the house.
Right. Don't let your fucking mother control your fucking life.
Like my friend Loaf is like that.
The loafer, Penny.
Yeah. He got married, moved, lived, and then it split up. He went back to his. The guy's almost 60 years old.
Holy shit!
He's living with his, and I'm like, dude, get the fuck out. Like,
No,
okay,
like I mean, I understand
No,
like
no, no,
going
no.
back with your parents or whatever.
I get it. Like,
You know.
you guys got it. You got the divorce, this and that. So you move back in, get yourself together, but you don't fucking stay there. You move back in for a few months, 6 months tops.
Right.
Put the money away, and you go get a fucking place of your own. Get the fuck
Right.
out of there.
I mean, my situation's a little different because of the MS.
Right,
and
right.
everything.
No, that's
Otherwise, I'd be living because I'd have a normal
right.
job.
That's what I'm saying.
And shit like that. Like I'd be living.
If you meet a
somewhere.
chick, how are you
Right.
gonna? You're 50 fucking something years old. You're out there you meet a chick. You're gonna go what? Oh, we're gonna go back to my place.
Did you ever see Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah.
Where he brings the girl back and his mom's there, and he's like, "That's my maid."
Yes.
Or
Is
his
that what he,
dad
is
or
that what he
whatever?
does? Like
Yeah.
when you bring a girl back to your parents' house at 50 something?
Yeah. Could you imagine? Fucking just going into that house, my ex's house, and just having to date? You wouldn't have dated her. You would have met her mother.
No.
And then
I would
been
have
nah.
like I said to you before. I would have if I was friends with you back then. Yous wouldn't have lasted as long as
Yeah,
you did.
you would have probably gotten me out of there because you would have said, "Come live with me."
Yeah, absolutely,
You know.
absolutely. I'd have been like, you don't need
Well,
that.
get
Get
your
out.
shit and get the fuck out of there.
You'll find somebody better. You're on tour, this and that, and
Right.
and fuck that.
Right.
We'll find somebody who wants
Right.
to build a future
I
and have a life.
I never fucking cheated on her while I was on tour. Some fucking girl made out with me, and I told her about that.
Ah, you
And
dummy.
you know what I mean? Some fucking banging ass girl too from Minnesota, and I had the chance, and I didn't do anything because I'm
And you know what?
fucking faithful.
The girl from Minnesota probably would have still been with you today, taking care of you, not caring about the MS.
I know.
Probably doesn't have a crazy fucking monster behemoth
mother.
living downstairs.
Right.
And she didn't have probably her bedroom was not probably something out of a horror movie
Right.
where there was
Did we
writings
talk
on the
about,
wall.
Did we talk about how Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures, he would walk in that house and be like, "How much do you want for this house? I want to buy this house right now. Where I feel a negative energy right now.
I think the negative energy is afraid of that house.
I think the negative energy is attached itself to her fucking mother. That's what I think. That's what I think happened
Let's burn it down.
with her in it.
Yes.
And the deaf kid.
Sure.
Burn his hearing aids.
Heck, he ain't gonna hear nothing anyway.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I texted her, I go, if I had legs, I'd beat the shit out of him. I said he wouldn't even hear it coming.
He wouldn't though.
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't.
Oh my God, there are so many. If I had working legs right now, I would do so many things.
Would you sit across the street with a megaphone,
Yes.
just saying shit?
Just because you gave me that idea, yes. Because there's a little turnaround that's public property.
And then you go.
And you just turn there and you just have a megaphone.
And you just yell stuff, and then I'll be there next to you with my megaphone going, "But Bob, he can't hear you. He's deaf."
Right. And then we'd imitate her mother.
Like if he's
don't park on my fucking lawn.
if he's in that house and he has any brains, he probably took his hearing aids out and left them in the car,
Oh my God.
so he doesn't have to hear anything.
I said to her, I sent her a text. I said, I can't believe you'd let that fat, dumpy, deaf motherfucker inside you.
Nice.
She doesn't know what to say.
No.
And I said, I hope you never find happiness. Is that bad that I say that?
You're asking the wrong person. That's why we need to have Chris in here
you
because
say
he
things-
has the
Do you say things
yes,
like that?
yes.
Okay.
That's why you can't ask me
Right.
because I'm all for shit like
right.
that.
And words, she used to say to me, your words are more hurtful than if you hit me. Isn't that horrible?
No.
And I'm like, well, I can make my words fucking cut.
No,
You know?
that's I'm the same way.
I just don't get it. I just wish I could find somebody nice that fucking, deals with my shit and has to, whatever.
Well,
and it's fucked up. Do you know I have never fucked anybody, just fucked anybody?
honestly,
I have just like if I'm with somebody, there's only one girl, and I didn't even fuck her. I just fucking licked her pussy, and she gave me head and shit like that, and she asked me to make a B-side face.
What's a B-side face? Don't show me, show them. That's a B-side face.
That's a B-side face.
Okay.
And I was like on top of her, we were getting ready to fuck, but the condom was too tight, so I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
And then... Well, it's fucked up. I'm a grower, not a shower.
I put a condom on. I got room for another
Dude,
penis.
I wear Magnum condoms. It's bad, it's fucking weird. There's only, like, I don't like fuck. I don't just like fuck people. Like, it's very weird. Like, I don't know. I think Chris could just like fuck people. You could just like fuck people.
Yeah.
I have to feel like I don't know. Dude, I turned down. I only got head from a hooker when I was in California.
I'd have banged her.
Couldn't, because I was just getting over my ex. And that's, like, probably the best time to fucking do shit.
Yes.
And all I'm like is, oh, can you give me head? And then I came on her. I came on her tits, and she's like, oh, you haven't had sex in a while. I'm like, no, I just come a lot. and I'm like, oh, my God. Like I was signed. I went to California,
right,
with DJ King Assassin, and I was at his house. He ended up getting me a hooker. She wasn't bad looking. She was a little older though.
Well,
but I had her suck my dick, and I came on her, and I didn't even fuck her. I didn't even fuck her.
See, it's a waste. It's a waste of getting a hooker.
I'm such a fucking pathetic guy.
Could have slapped one of those big magnums on and fucking went to town.
I know. I should have. I really should have.
What a way to end the show. What a story to end the show with.
I know.
How you didn't even fuck a hooker.
A hooker, right.
But you came on her tits, and she was impressed.
I did. I came
with
on
the
her
load.
Tits. She was. And there wasn't somebody else there to get the load on them. That's alluding to the Artie Lang
Yes,
story.
you were alone with a hooker.
I was alone with the hooker.
Well, good for you.
Right. I don't know if I could. I think I could do the gangbang.
I don't know. I
couldn't. If it was like with a friend or something, I could do it. I don't care.
Anybody in particular? We're not mentioning names.
Oh, are you talking about that beautiful girl with black hair?
No, I was talking about the
gorgeous eyes.
No, the white trash beautiful.
Oh, that, yes, I would love to. I had fun with white trash beautiful.
That'll make people think, who are they talking about?
White trash beautiful.
Yes.
All right, so I guess that
45 in the books,
and the theme is going to come. Hold on, wait.
Is it going to come in loud?
No, I'm going to turn it down.
Come in loud.
Unless.
There you go. See, come in loud. That's all right. I got it.
Okay, you got it.
We can talk a little bit like this. So that's 45 in the books.
Yes.
Check us out on the web, www.bmtalk02.com. Call the hotline, leave us a message, or the pipeline, leave us a message, 315-293-2999. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, share.
And we have a new ending on YouTube.
We will have a new ending debuting right after this show.
Right after this show. Yeah, we've been slacking on YouTube. I get it.
The shows are coming. Give it time.
Yes.
Like I said, we are kicking around the idea of going and doing a live show once a week. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably happen around show 50. We'll do something special. That'll be our special 50th show. We'll do live and then talk about things there.
Right.
So we will.
Till then, shitheads.
Yes.
Call us.
Poop out.
Poop out. I like that one. Oh, poop out like
Poop out.
like your like the poop is coming right out of your asshole.
Poop out.
Poop out. Let me. I'll go over here.
Okay.
I guess I just did.
that turned the friggin' frogs gay.